All right, what's going on, guys? It is Sunday, January 24th. This is the weekend wrap. My name's Corey. Thanks for tuning in. So not a ton of stuff going on in the news right now. I noticed AstraZeneca's vaccine did get hit by some delays. Biden was supposedly talking with lawmakers today about the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that is on the books. And if you haven't heard about that yet, you're probably living under a rock. But again, it is expected to see some more unemployment expansion, as well as addresses the
New
minimum
profile
wage
created.
and $1,400 stimulus checks. So definitely looking forward to that. The big news, however, is that the Trump impeachment is set to go to the Senate tomorrow, and that's going to trigger the trial there in that respect. China is pushing for some high level meetings as well to ease tensions with the U.S. That would be really good for the economy in in a lot of ways, and repair some of our international relationships, that kind of stuff. So I definitely like the idea of repairing our trade relationships with other countries. We did have a surplus in oil last week. We were up about 4 million barrels. That was compared to the prior week's draw of just, I think it was 1.5 million. So that, the pandemic is certainly dragging on for a while. It's going to take some time for these vaccines to really get distributed on a wide basis, and I have certainly seen plenty of people, particularly in certain regions of the United States, that are refusing to take it. And that will definitely stunt our progress as well with our COVID and economic recovery as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, in any event, so oils, people are still afraid about the oil demand levels and our recovery from Corona and stuff, and that is certainly weighing on the oil markets. And also, the Asian markets are up on U.S. stimulus news, and that's despite all the resurgence they've had with Corona there as of late too. So calendar events this week: nothing big happening on Monday. Tuesday we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. On Wednesday we've got core durable goods orders. That's the month over month for December. And we also have crude oil inventories. Of course, you can see last week's 4.3 million barrel surplus. Thursday, that's the big day, though. We have our fourth quarter GDP review from 2020, as well as initial jobless claims at the same time. So definitely mark your calendars for that one. That could certainly either be bullish or bearish, depending on the outcome. And then Friday, we've got pending home sales. So looking at the overnight session right now, that is the white profile on the far right. So we've had really nice movement here in the overnight session. Exact same interplay as last week. We had a really extended move upwards, followed by an area balance, and then the long time frame buyers came in and bought it up first thing in the overnight session on Sunday. So totally a repeat of last week. My bearish is bullish. I can't even talk. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. My bias is bullish. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, my bias is bullish. Too many trade words going on to this puny brain of mine. And so it looks like we'll be gapping up tomorrow. And of course, I'm always trying to trade with the gap. Take note that smaller gaps do like to fill and then continue in their original direction. So I will be waiting to see how the market reacts at the open, to see if the buyers come in aggressively right off the gate. We're right at the all-time high, as you can see here. That is likely to be retested sometime tomorrow, if not potentially in the overnight session. You can also see in the overnight session here, we've got really good elongation showing that we're transacting well to the upside. We also have the POC right at the very top of the range. So that suggests that the buyers have been much more aggressive within the value area. Otherwise, the POC would have moved down on aggressive selling. So the next resistance is 38.54. That is the all-time high as set in the regular trading hours. The following resistance, however, is the true all-time high, which was set during the Globex or overnight session at 38.60. I did want to mark some support levels, though, just in case this level does not hold. because we may get above, take a peek above the all-time high and then incur a massive sell-off. You never know; anything could happen. So the closest support I have is the low volume node around 3830. Granted, there's going to be some smaller, minor support levels between there, but that's the first major one that I saw. And then apart from that, we still have an unfilled gap between 37.97 and 38.11. If we do go bearish, people are going to target that thing, and if we trade all the way through that gap and fill it, which the market will do at some point, the market does like to come back and repair poor structure. If we trade all the way through that gap and fill it, and we keep going, it's gonna trigger a massive sell-off. We're way high up here, and I feel like we're hitting the nosebleeds, and you never know what could happen. So, anyways, if the market does drop, I'm looking for support at that low volume node at 3830, followed by the top of the gap that will provide some support. Although, to be honest, I really feel like the market's going to want to fill that gap at some point. So that's probably me. That's probably my line in the sand, is that 37.97 level. So key takeaways. Again, my immediate bias is long, but I'm definitely going to be watching to see how price reacts. Sorry, I'm still thinking about me being a goofball. As we retest the all-time high. Failure to hold above the all-time high could spell disaster for the markets, however. So we really want to watch to see if we get price acceptance above the RTH all-time high, and if we do, then it's likely gonna, we're gonna remain bullish for some time. Not expecting the Trump impeachment to create any major waves in the markets, but I'll be closely following it as always, and stay tuned for any pending news regarding the stimulus package and of course its effect on the economy. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I sincerely look forward to making this a regular Sunday thing. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get it all worked in with the rest of my schedule, and apparently not lose my brain. In any event, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Trade smart and make good decisions. Take care.